Greetings, book lovers, and welcome to Library. I'm your host, Yuri, and today we're diving into one of William Shakespeare's most powerful tragedies, King Lear. King Lear tells the story of a proud and aging monarch who divides his kingdom among his three daughters, only to discover that he has made a terrible mistake. Betrayed by those he trusted most, Lear is cast out into a raging storm, where he descends into madness. This epic tale of love, loss, and redemption has captivated audiences for centuries. It's a story that explores the darkest corners of the human heart, while also offering a glimmer of hope. So join me as we journey into the world of King Lear. We'll meet a cast of unforgettable characters, explore the play's themes, and uncover some of its hidden secrets. And be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your insights on this timeless masterpiece. Before we dive in, let's take a quick look at what we'll be covering. The plot of King Lear. The play's characters. The themes of King Lear. Some of the play's most famous quotes. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be swept away by one of the greatest tragedies ever written. King Lear opens with the titular character at the height of his power. He is a mighty monarch, ruling over a vast kingdom. He is also a proud and demanding man, accustomed to getting his own way. Lear's fatal mistake comes when he decides to divide his kingdom among his three daughters. He asks them to declare their love for him in order to determine the size of their inheritance. Goneril and Regan, the two eldest daughters, flatter their father with false expressions of love. Cordelia, the youngest, refuses to play along. She tells her father that she loves him only as much as is her duty as a daughter. Lear is enraged by Cordelia's honesty. He banishes her from the kingdom and gives her share of the land to her sisters. This is a tragic error. Goneril and Regan immediately turn on their father. They strip him of his power and authority, and eventually drive him out into the wilderness. Lear's downfall is a cautionary tale about the dangers of pride and the importance of true love. It is a reminder that even the most powerful people are vulnerable to human weakness. Here are some quotes from the play that illustrate Lear's greatness and his tragic flaw. I am a man / more sinned against than sinning. Act 3, Scene 2. The gods are to blame for my mistakes. Act 5, Scene 3. I have been a foolish, fond old man. Act 4, Scene 7. King Lear is a complex and challenging play, but it is also a deeply rewarding one. It is a story that will stay with you long after you have finished reading or watching it. King Lear, a tragedy written by William Shakespeare, tells the story of a king who divides his kingdom among his three daughters. Lear, an aging monarch, decides to divide his kingdom among his three daughters, Goneril, Regan, and Cordelia. He asks each of them to declare their love for him in order to determine the size of their inheritance. Goneril and Regan, the two eldest daughters, flatter their father with false expressions of love. They proclaim that they love him more than anything in the world. Cordelia, the youngest daughter, is honest with her father. She tells him that she loves him only as much as is her duty as a daughter. Lear is enraged by Cordelia's honesty. He believes that she does not love him and banishes her from the kingdom. He then divides his kingdom between Goneril and Regan. This is a tragic mistake. Goneril and Regan immediately turn on their father. They strip him of his power and authority, and eventually drive him out into the wilderness. Lear's downfall is a cautionary tale about the dangers of pride and the importance of true love. It is a reminder that even the most powerful people are vulnerable to human weakness. Here are some key details about the division of the kingdom. Lear divides his kingdom into three equal parts. Goneril and Regan receive the larger shares of the kingdom, while Cordelia receives the smallest share. Lear also gives Goneril and Regan his most prized possessions, including his crown and scepter. Cordelia is left with nothing but her father's curse. The division of the kingdom is a pivotal moment in the play. It sets in motion the events that lead to Lear's downfall. It also highlights the play's themes of love, loyalty, and betrayal. Goneril and Regan's betrayal of Lear is a central event in the play. After Lear divides his kingdom between them, they quickly turn on him. They strip him of his power and authority, and eventually drive him out into the wilderness. Their betrayal is motivated by greed and ambition. They want Lear's power and wealth for themselves. They are also motivated by resentment towards Cordelia, who they see as a threat to their inheritance. Cordelia, on the other hand, remains faithful to her father throughout the play. Even after he banishes her, she continues to love him and care for him. She eventually sacrifices her own life to save his. The contrast between Goneril and Regan's betrayal and Cordelia's faithfulness is one of the most striking themes in the play. It highlights the importance of true love and loyalty. It also shows the destructive power of greed and ambition. Here are some quotes from the play that illustrate the betrayal of Goneril and Regan and the faithfulness of Cordelia. "Oh, my dear father. Restoration hangs / thy medicine on my lips." Cordelia, Act 4, Scene 7. "I know you are a man of honor, therefore I'd have you take note that you are an honest man." Kent, Act 1, Scene 4. "The quality of mercy is not strained, / it droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven / upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed, / it blesseth him that gives and him that takes." Portia, Act 4, Scene 1. The betrayal of Goneril and Regan and the faithfulness of Cordelia are two of the most important themes in King Lear. They are themes that continue to resonate with audiences today. King Lear's banishment and his journey in the storm are two of the most powerful and memorable scenes in the play. After being betrayed by his daughters Goneril and Regan, Lear is cast out into the wilderness. He is accompanied by his faithful fool, Kent, and the disguised Edgar, son of the Earl of Gloucester. The storm is a powerful symbol of Lear's inner turmoil. He is raging against the injustice of his daughter's betrayal, and he is also struggling to come to terms with his own mortality. The storm also serves as a reminder of Lear's powerlessness. He is once a mighty king, but now he is at the mercy of the elements. He is exposed to the cold, the rain, and the wind. He is also vulnerable to the attacks of wild animals and bandits. Lear's journey in the storm is a journey of self-discovery. He begins to realize that he has been a foolish and arrogant man. He also begins to understand the importance of love and compassion. The storm is a turning point in the play. It is the beginning of Lear's redemption. Here are some quotes from the play that illustrate Lear's banishment and his journey in the storm. "Blow, winds, and crack your cheeks. Rage. Blow. / you cataracts and hurricanos, spout / till you have drenched our steeples, drown the cocks. / you sulphurous and thought-executing fires, / vaunt couriers to oak-cleaving thunderbolts, / singe my white head. And thou, all-shaking thunder, / strike flat the thick rotundity o' the world. / crack nature's molds, all Germans spill at once, / that make ungrateful man." King Lear, Act 3, Scene 2. "Poor naked wretches, wheresoe'er you are, / that bide the pelting of this pitiless storm, / how shall your houseless heads and unfed sides, / your looped and windowed raggedness, defend you / from seasons such as these? Oh, I have ta and / too little care of this. Take physic, pomp, / expose thyself to feel what wretches feel, / that thou mayst shake the superflux to them, / and show the heavens more just." King Lear, Act 3, Scene 4. "Is man no more than this? Consider him well. Thou owest the worm no silk, the beast no hide, the sheep no wool, the cat no perfume. Ha! Here's 3 ons are sophisticated. Thou art the thing itself, unaccommodated man is no more but such a poor, bare, forked animal as thou art. Off, off, you lendings. Come, unbutton here." King Lear, Act 3, Scene 4. The banishment and journey of King Lear are powerful and moving scenes that continue to resonate with audiences today. They are a reminder of the importance of love, compassion, and humility. King Lear's descent into madness is a gradual and tragic process. It is a result of many factors, including his daughter's betrayal, the storm, and his own pride and arrogance. The first signs of Lear's madness appear in Act 3, Scene 2. He begins to rant and rave, and he loses his grip on reality. He also begins to experience physical symptoms, such as hallucinations and seizures. Lear's madness worsens in Act 4. He becomes increasingly delusional and violent. He also begins to see himself as a victim of a vast conspiracy. In Act 5, Lear's madness reaches its peak. He is completely out of touch with reality, and he is unable to recognize even his closest friends and family. Lear's madness is a powerful symbol of the destructive power of pride and arrogance. It is a reminder that even the most powerful people are vulnerable to human weakness. Here are some quotes from the play that illustrate Lear's descent into madness. "Oh, let me not be mad, not mad, sweet heaven, / keep me in temper, I would not be mad." King Lear, Act 1, Scene 5. "My wits begin to turn." King Lear, Act 3, Scene 1. "I am a man / more sinned against than sinning." King Lear, Act 3, Scene 2. "Oh, that way madness lies, let me shun that." King Lear, Act 3, Scene 4. "Pray, do not mock me, / I am a very foolish fond old man / fourscore and upward, not an hour more nor less, / and, to deal plainly, / I fear I am not in my perfect mind." King Lear, Act 4, Scene 7. The gradual madness of King Lear is a powerful and moving story that continues to resonate with audiences today. It is a reminder of the importance of humility, compassion, and forgiveness. King Lear. Proud, he demands that his daughters publicly declare their love for him in order to receive their share of the inheritance. Powerful, he rules his kingdom with an iron fist and brooks no disobedience. Old, his age makes him vulnerable to manipulation and deception. Gullible, he believes Goneril and Regan's false professions of love, rather than Cordelia's honest words. Goneril and Regan. Greedy, their primary motivation is to acquire as much of the kingdom as possible. Dishonest, their public declarations of love for their father are false, they only desire power. Manipulative, they skillfully deceive Lear to get what they want. Ruthless, they heartlessly cast out Lear when he is no longer of use to them. Cordelia. Honest, she refuses to lie to please her father and speaks only the truth about her love for him. Loyal, she genuinely loves her father and is willing to do anything to help him. Courageous, she risks her life to stand up against Goneril and Regan. Forgiving, she forgives her sister's betrayal and cares for her father in his final days. Other characters. Kent, Lear's faithful servant who tries to help him and warn him of his mistakes. Edgar, the son of the Earl of Gloucester who disguises himself as a beggar to escape the wrath of Goneril and Regan. Fool, the court jester who uses humor to tell Lear the truth. It is important to remember that these are just some of the key characteristics and motivations of the characters. There are many other characters in the play King Lear, each with their own story and motivations. Power and its corrupting influence. King Lear uses his power for self-aggrandizement, neglecting the needs of others. Goneril and Regan lust for power, and it reveals their cruelty and ruthlessness. The play shows how power can corrupt people and lead to tragedy. Betrayal and loyalty. The betrayal of Goneril and Regan shatters Lear's life and emphasizes the importance of loyalty. The loyalty of Kent, Cordelia, and Edgar serves as a contrast to the treachery of Goneril and Regan. The play explores how betrayal can tear apart relationships and destroy trust. Parental love and ingratitude. Lear loves his daughters deeply, but his love is disregarded by Goneril and Regan. Cordelia loves her father truly, and her love endures all tests. The play explores the complex emotions involved in parental love and shows how ingratitude can be devastating. Madness and death. Lear's madness becomes a consequence of his betrayal, grief, and self-realization. The deaths of many characters underscore the tragic consequences of human errors. The play explores the connection between madness, death, and human nature. Justice and redemption. Lear suffers for his mistakes, which emphasizes the idea of justice. Lear's redemption is made possible through his suffering and newfound insight. The play explores the possibility of forgiveness and redemption, even after tragic events. These are just some of the profound themes in King Lear. The play also explores themes of aging, cruelty, forgiveness, the nature of evil, and human resilience. King Lear is a complex and multifaceted play that remains relevant today. Reading and explaining key quotes from the play, such as, "If I had known what was going to happen, I would have taken care of it." This quote expresses Lear's regret for his past actions. He acknowledges that his mistakes have led to tragedy, and he wishes he could turn back time. The quote also emphasizes the importance of foresight. If Lear had been more careful, he could have avoided much suffering. Ingratitude is the worst of sins. This quote speaks to the idea that ingratitude is a terrible offense. It not only hurts those it is directed at, but also destroys social bonds. The quote emphasizes the importance of gratitude. Gratitude is not just a courtesy, but also a foundation for healthy relationships. Love does not love words. This quote suggests that true love does not require words. It can be expressed through actions, feelings, and attention. The quote challenges traditional notions of love. Love is not just words, but a deep emotion that manifests itself in everything we do. Death is but a sleep that leads to waking. This quote speaks to the idea that death is not the end, but a transition to a new life. The quote offers hope to those who are grieving. It suggests that death is not a final goodbye, but a temporary separation. These are just some of the key quotes from the play King Lear. Each of the quotes has a deep meaning and can be interpreted in different ways. The play is full of rich and thought-provoking language that continues to resonate with audiences today. Concluding thoughts on the grandeur and tragedy of King Lear. King Lear stands as a masterpiece of world drama, striking audiences with its grandeur and tragedy. It's a play that delves into the human condition, exploring themes of power, betrayal, love, and forgiveness. The play's grandeur lies in its profound depth, sweeping scope, and universality. The tragedy unfolds as characters make fatal choices leading to suffering and death. King Lear is more than just a play, it's a journey into the very core of the human soul. It compels us to confront profound questions about life, purpose, good, and evil. I highly recommend reading King Lear or watching one of its film adaptations. This is a play that will leave a lasting impression. Join the discussion in the comments below. Share your thoughts and interpretations of the play. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.